Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, My So-Called Healthy Life. Okay, so yesterday I kind of teased out this idea of me doing like a month-long life change, achieve your dreams program on this channel. And I was very, very excited about it when I started thinking about it because I was like, oh my God, I've got this assignment that I used to do with all my clients that I don't do anymore because I'm not doing that anymore. I've got all these assignments that I used to use, and I'm not talking about like worksheet assignments, okay? I'm thinking about like, you get a notebook and each assignment leads to the next, if that makes sense. I'm very, very excited about this. And a lot of people responded in a really, really positive way. So what I need is I need for you guys to help me out a little bit, okay? So let me explain what I'm gonna do. This is not gonna be any deep like recovery or mental health kind of program, if that makes sense. This is going to be a life change, accomplish your dreams, be more successful, have the best life that you can possibly have kind of program, if that makes sense. You know, I think that situations like recovery from addiction, recovery from, you know, mental illness, recovery from, you know, food issues or eating disorders or other, you know, gambling, all those kinds of things. I think those are very, very serious. And although I can speak to those on this channel, I think that those require, you know, a lot of like talk therapy, working with a psychiatrist, working with a psychologist, working with health professionals one-on-one. And as well as in groups, if that's what's recommended by your person that you're working with. But I think that those need to be done not in a setting like this. And I don't want to be by any means negligent by trying to act like I can solve those problems on camera. Does that make sense? So that is not going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be a totally all about having the greatest life you possibly can have, being as successful as you possibly can have, you know, learning from our mistakes, turning our wounds into wisdom, remaining teachable like I talk about, you know, and when you know better, doing better, and those kinds of things. So one of the things I need from you guys is to know what are some of the dreams that you have that you'd like to accomplish. And, you know, if you want to like message me privately about this, that's fine. If you don't feel comfortable putting it in the comment section below, but it would be easiest for me if you could put it in the comment section below. Like, my dream has always been this, or my dream has always been this, and these are my limitations. And, you know, I don't know what I want my dreams to be. Sark, who is one of my favorite self-help writers of all time, she works as a counselor as well. If you have never seen Sark's books, go check them out. And one of my favorite books of hers is called How to Make Your Creative Dreams Come True. And in there, she talks about how, of all the clients that she's worked with through the years, 15% know that they have a creative dream, they just don't know how to accomplish it. The other 85% don't know what their creative dream is, but they know that they want to have one, if that makes sense. So if you look at it that way, I would say that almost all of us don't feel like we're living to capacity as far as our dreams. Even me, like, I think it's really easy for people to look at me and say, oh, well, he gets to write, and he has this, and he has YouTube channels, all this kind of stuff, but I have dreams way beyond this kind of stuff. You know, I would love to someday be a stand-up comedian. I would love to be in a movie. I would love to do a documentary. I would love to have a book on the bestseller list. You know, I would love to have a book of mine turned into a movie. There are so many dreams that I have, places that I want to go and travel to, you know, all of that kind of stuff that, you know, it's my dream someday to, you know, like, my husband very much wants to have like this penthouse in Miami. And we kind of talk about going back and forth with this, that we would have that place, but I also want to have a farm out in the country with lots of animals. And, you know, how we can balance that out and have that. We can both have what we want and kind of go from place to place. And that would be my dream someday, you know. So taking a look at your life, evaluating where you're at and what your dreams are and what you want to accomplish. I need you guys to do that before this starts in November, and let me know in the comment section below what your dreams are. Or if you don't know what your dream is, say, I don't know what my dream is, but I know I want to dream bigger. I know I want more from my life. I know I want to look back on my life and say, I accomplished everything that I wanted to, because it will give me a better reference for where to start, if that makes sense. I don't really know if I should start at a point of a person coming in and saying, I have absolutely no idea what my dreams are, but I know that I want to have more than I have right now. Does that make sense? Or if I'm starting with somebody that comes in my office and says, this is what I want, I know this is how I'm gonna get there, this is what I need help with. Those are two completely different kind of like life dream kind of avenues. Does that make sense? So let me know in the comment section below where you're at and what you would like to get out of this 30-day process of making our dreams come true. And I'm gonna try to put together the best possible package for all of that. I'm really excited about doing it. And I'm really, I have like kind of fed out ideas in my vlog and, in other of my channels and talked about like achieving your dream, mostly on my vlog. And I've had like 1, 2, or 3, one particular person that I'm thinking about, and she knows who she is, that has really kind of taken that, even though I haven't talked about it a whole lot on there, and she's done her own program and she has accomplished her own dreams, and I'm so proud of her. And so these things are very basic things that if any of us did in our lives would change the direction of our lives profoundly. And, I think that when we are tapped into our passions the most and tapped into our dreams the most is when we are the happiest in our lives and when we are the happiest for our partners, our family members, and our friends. A couple years ago, I went through a period, well, this would have been before I wrote my book. So let's say 5, 6 years ago, I went through a period where I was very kind of just sad daily. Like I just didn't feel very tapped in. And Alex said to me, my husband Alex, we were driving home one night from watching a movie, I think. And he said, why don't you start writing again? And I was like, well, I don't know what to write. And he goes, well, write about, like what you went through with your mom, but like put it into a fictional book form. I was like, that's actually not a bad idea. And he was like, Peter, he was like, you're so happy when you're writing and you're creating. And that is so true of me. The happiest that I am is sitting down and making videos or sitting in front of the computer and writing or just jotting down notes for my next book. That is when I am the happiest because I am so tapped into the things that make me passionate about living. So what are the things that make you the happiest? And that can be anything from cooking and baking to making videos to reading books to wanting to write books to wanting to, make a garden to traveling to having the house of your, whatever it is. Dream big. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.